Peace, y'all, and welcome back to Yoga with Sana. I'm super excited to have you here. Before we do get this video started, don't forget to like and subscribe. The like and subscribe button are right below. And don't forget to share with family and friends. They might enjoy this video too. But before we get started, we're going to be working on a very energizing sequence today. So we're going to be moving on the body quite a bit. And I just say have fun. Don't take it too serious. And just allow your body to move as is. Take what you leave, also leave what you don't need. So we're just gonna have fun today. But we are gonna go ahead and get started standing. So we're gonna go ahead and root down the soles of the feet here. And before we do get started, let's go ahead and give our body a little shake out. So shake out those arms, shake out the legs, especially if it's early in the morning, getting the body ready to move. And then once you feel really nice and settled into your body, let's go ahead and ground down those soles of the feet. Let's go ahead and bring the eyes to a gentle close. And let's take a really deep collective breath in and clearing it out the body. 2 more breaths, a really deep collective breath in and clearing it out the mouth. Just 1 more cycle here, making it the biggest breath of your day. And that breath out the body. Now let's go ahead and bring both palms to our heart center in Anjali Mudra. And let's take a moment to start to connect to an intention for our practice today. Now I'd like to give you the choice to make your intention anything that you want it to be, but just acknowledging why you're here. Acknowledging why you showed up onto your mat today. And noticing whatever this purpose is for you. Whatever that reason may be that you showed up onto your mat, can you start to sit that at your heart center and allow it to guide you throughout our little journey today. And then wherever you are here, let's go ahead and take a really deep collective breath in, fill up the belly. And that breath of the body. And then once you're ready here, you can flutter the eyes open or you can keep the eyes closed down. Let's go ahead and reach those arms up and overhead. And let's take our standing side body twist over to our right here. So lengthening the left arm forward, the right arm is reaching back. We'll hold here for the inhale and staying here for the exhale. Let's go ahead and reach those arms up and overhead. Let's take our little twist over to our left. So we're reaching that right arm forward, left arm is reaching back, still keeping the hips facing towards the top of our space. Just 1 more breath here. And let's reach those arms up and overhead. Let's take that 1 more time to each side. So twisting over to our right. Inhaling those arms high. And then twisting over to our left. Inhaling those arms high. On the exhale, hands to heart center here. Let's go ahead and bring those palms up and overhead. Let's take a little baby back bend to wash that away. On the exhale, we'll go ahead and let this go into a forward fold. Inhaling, half lift, create a nice flat back. And let's plant both palms down, step back to plank pose. And let's release the knees down for tabletop posture. Straight away, let's go ahead and incorporate our cats and cows here. So lifting up out of the heart space. And on the exhale, untuck the toe, draw the belly in, into your cat. Taking this a few more cycles, a few more rounds on your own breath at your own pace. Just moving into your own cats and cows here. Now we're going to hold here for take these cats and cows for about 5 more cycles of breath to send some fluidity into the back body. Some fluidity into our spine. Allowing ourselves to warm up the body here for those flows to come. And 2 more rounds of cats and cows here. And just 1 more cycle. And then once you draw your spine back to center slowly, let's keep this left palm rooted and let's lift this right arm up into our open twist. Now keeping the left knee where it is, let's go ahead and shoot this right heel back into our modified side plank. Now we're going to go ahead and swivel our left toes towards the left side of our space to create a little kickstand there. And maybe this is where you stay, option 1. Option 2, let's draw this right arm over the right ear. And maybe you pick this right leg up, coming to your full expression of your first balance. Now noticing here as you're lengthening out the side body here, this is option 1 too. This is already a lot of work. If you want to work on a little bind, we're bending the back knee and grabbing for the top of this right foot. Now noticing here as you're kicking the right toes towards the left side of your room or space, continuing to press out this left palm, and we're breathing love into our heart space here, y'all. So we're gonna hold here for just one more cycle of breath. And then without slingshotting the foot, let it go with grace. So let it go slowly, and then we'll gently land back into our tabletop pose. So right knee down, right palm down, maybe a little round of a cat and cow so you can reset your spine. And then once you draw the spine back to center slowly, same on the other side. So we're gonna go ahead and keep the right knee where it is. We'll send this left heel back. Maybe you swivel your right toes towards the right side of your space as a little kickstand. And then we're lengthening this left arm high. Now this is optional and this is already a lot of work. Otherwise, option 2, left arm over left ear. And we're picking this left leg up. So coming into this expression of our second balance, y'all. So again, find that steadiness in the right palm. Maybe a little smile will go a long way. Maybe you stay here. Otherwise, we'll bend this back knee and grab for the top of this left foot with the left palm here. So noticing here as you're kicking the left toes towards the left side of the right side of our space, technically the right. We're gonna breathe a lot of love into the heart space here. So taking just one more cycle of breath here. And then carefully letting this left foot go with grace. Again, don't slingshot it. We'll gently land back into tabletop. So left palm down, left knee down. Maybe one last little round of a cat and cow so you can reset your spine. And then once you draw your body back to center, we'll tuck the toes under and we'll send the hips up and back into our down dog here. So I recommend to pedal out the heels, flutter out the lips, take a few deep cycles of breath, whatever is needed to just really find this foundation in your body. And then once you find a little more steadiness here, press out those palms. We're gonna take a really deep collective breath in and clearing it out the body. So we're gonna move into just one traditional round of a sun salutation A to finish our little warm up here. So let's take a little peek to the top. We'll go ahead and look step or hop into our forward fold. Inhaling, half lift, create that nice flat back. And on the exhale, release into your forward fold. Inhaling to root to rise up. Bring palms to press overhead. Take your baby back bend. And on the exhale, we'll let this go straight into our forward fold. Inhaling, half lift. Exhaling to plant those palms. You can step, or if you're hopping back, hop back to bent elbows. And we're gonna go ahead and invite chaturanga straight in, so lower halfway down. Inhale, we're pressing up, upward facing dog. And with the exhale, we're pressing back. Downward facing dog. Take a moment, y'all. Land here softly. And then let's go ahead and raise this right leg up and high. This time we'll step it through to rise up into high lunge. So use that inhale to help the body rise. We're keeping this nice bend of the right knee. Now keeping the hips square towards the top, we're taking a little T-twist over to our right. So lengthening this left arm forward. The right arm is reaching back. We'll hold here for the belly breath into saddle. And on the exhale, we're opening out into a warrior 2. Expand those arms open. Inhaling to lift everything up to fly your warrior. Palms will press overhead. And then a warrior 2 to the back of the mat as we bend the left knee here. Now let's take that pulse one more time. Inhaling to lift everything up to fly. On the exhale, warrior 2. Back to the top of our space. We'll flip the front palm here. Reverse your warrior. Reach that right arm back. And on the exhale, your side angle posture is where you'll land. So noticing here as you're landing into your side angle, option 1 can be to stay right here. Our option 2, we'll dial this left arm over the left ear. Maybe you pick this right arm up parallel to meet your left into a power side angle posture. And we're holding here, y'all, for 3. We're breathing here for 2. And then for 1, we'll lift everything up to fly. Palms will press. Warrior 2 back to the top. Let's bend the right knee here. We'll flip the front palm, reverse your warrior, let that go. And on the exhale, we'll cartwheel both hands down, step back to plank pose. Optional, vinyasa flow. Rinse it away, and we'll meet back into down dog. Whew, nice work, y'all. We're gonna take a really deep collective breath in and clearing it out the body. So straight into the other side we go. Let's go ahead and lengthen the left leg up and high. And we're stepping it through into low lunge. Inhale to root to rise up into your high lunge posture. So staying really firm and grounded through the lower body. And then as you breathe out, our spinal twist over to our left. So reaching this right arm forward, left arm is reaching back. We'll hold here for the belly breath in to settle. And then use your exhale to open you out into your warrior two. Now, as you land here softly, straight away, we're taking those few little pauses. Inhale to lift everything up to fly, palms will press. Warrior two to the back of the mat as we bend the right knee here. One more little pause. Inhale to lift everything up to fly. Warrior two, back to the top of our space. We'll flip the front palm, reverse your warrior. So reach that left arm back. And on your exhale, your side angle posture is where we'll land. So take your time, y'all. As you're in your side angle, noticing whatever expression you want to take is a perfect place for your body to be. I'm going to suggest to build a little more heat, maybe right arm over the right ear, and you pick this left arm up parallel to meet your right into your power side angle posture. We're holding here just for 3, breathing here just for 2. You're strong just for 1. Inhale to lift everything up to fly. Palms will press. Warrior two, back to the top. Let's rebend the left knee here. Flipping the front palm, reverse your warrior, y'all. Let it go. And on the exhale, we'll cartwheel both hands down, step back to plank pose. Optional, vinyasa flow. Rinse it away. And we're meeting back into down dog. So noticing as you do make your way back into down dog, let's take a collective breath in through the nose and clearing it out the body. Now from here, let's take a little peek towards the top of our mat. We'll go ahead and look step or hop into our forward fold. Inhaling, half lift. Exhale to release for forward fold. Inhaling to root to rise up. Maybe that baby back bend, lift the heart space. On the exhale, release hands to heart center and arms by the side into Tadasana pose. We're going to work on a little bit of a standing balance here. So let's go ahead and ground down this left foot and let's lift this right knee up about hips height. I'm going to recommend you bring hands to heart center here first. We're going to make our way into tree. So let's go ahead and bring this right sole of the foot to the inside of this left thigh, or maybe the left shin, inner left shin, or outer left ankle. So noticing wherever you're at, again, is a perfect place to be for your body here. But noticing as you draw hands to heart center here, creating the stability with the right foot against the left leg, you can start to lift your arms up here. We're just going to work a little more on balance here. So just noticing as you're finding steadiness in the mind's eye, maybe find a point in front of you to focus on. If you want to sway your tree, maybe you're a happy tree, sway the arms from side to side. If you fall out of it, it is okay. Honoring what's happening. Let's hold here in our tree for one more cycle of breath. And then very carefully from here, let's go ahead and release the right. So the foot from off of the left leg, let's release the right foot to meet the left. And let's go ahead and just shake it out there. So we're going to take that straight onto the other side. So keeping this right foot grounded, we're lifting this left knee up first. About hip height, maybe hands to heart center here. And then from here, we'll start to make our way into our tree. So maybe left sole of the foot to the upper right thigh. Maybe the right shin or the right ankle, but please avoid the right knee, just for a little bit of safety purposes there. And as you draw hands to heart center here, if you want to grow your tree, lengthen those arms high. If you want to sway your tree, your little tree, your happy tree in a little storm, you can take a little sway from side to side, noticing what you need here. But we're breathing here, y'all, into our balance. We're going to hold here for just 2 more cycles of breath. Find steadiness in that right foot. And just 1 more cycle here. And then very carefully, we'll start to release this left foot from the right leg. We'll go ahead and release the left foot to meet the right, and then we'll just shake it out. Yeah, we're gonna wash that away with a little vinyasa. So let's go ahead and reach those arms up, take a little back bend, wash that away. And on the exhale, we'll let this go into a forward fold. Inhaling, half lift. Exhaling to plant both palms down, step or hop back to plank pose. Optional vinyasa flow. And we'll meet back into down dog. So we're going to go ahead and take a really deep collective breath in and clearing it out the body. Now let's take a little peek towards the top of our mat here. Let's go ahead and step forward into a Malasana squat. So if it's accessible, we're going to jump the feet to the outside of the palms here. Hands to heart center. You can take one step and the other step too. So taking one foot individually. So taking your time. And as you draw the hands to the heart space, maybe you stay here. Otherwise, we're going to place this right palm right alongside this right foot, and let's lengthen this left arm high. into an open twist. Let's hold here for the belly breath in to settle. And on the exhale, hands back to heart center, left palm alongside this left foot, and let's lengthen this right arm high. One more inhale. On the exhale, hands back to heart center, and then one more time to each side. Place the right palm down, lift this left arm high. On the exhale, hands back to heart center, left palm down, and reach that right arm high, y'all. Nice. Hands back to heart center. On the exhale, we'll go ahead and release into a forward fold. Let's go ahead and heel toe our feet back together to touch. And then we'll inhale up to a half lift, nice flat back. Exhale to release for forward fold. Inhaling to root to rise up. Maybe that baby back bend, rinse it away. On the exhale, we'll go ahead and release into our forward fold. Inhaling, half lift. Exhaling to plant those palms, step or back to your plank. Optional. Vinyasa flow, y'all. Rinse it away. And we'll meet back into down dog. So from here, y'all, from our down dog, we're going to go ahead and raise the right leg up and high. This time, we're drawing the right knee towards our left elbow. We're going to go ahead and kick it through into a fallen triangle posture. So as you're grounding down the back heel, we're lifting this left arm high. Now, if this is not accessible, release the right knee beneath your right hip, and both are good choices. So we're going to hold here for that belly breath in to settle, so keep those hips high. And on the exhale, release this top palm down. And can you raise this right leg back up with strength, with grace? Right knee to nose, hold and hover. We're stepping it all the way through to rise the body up into high lunge. So we made it, y'all. We are here. Noticing as you're firming down this right foot, we're going to really ground down the right toe so we can lift up for one leg Tadasana. So left knee is about hips height. Just like the last standing balance, our tree pose, y'all. So left foot to the inside of this right foot, maybe hands to heart center here. If you want to grow your tree, lengthen those arms high, or little tree in the storm, you wave the arms from side to side. I'm going to keep hands to heart center here. Now really finding the steadiness in the right foot and really finding your focus here. I'm going to challenge y'all. So we're going to make our way into a half moon. So just thinking about it here first. So essentially half moon, we're going to expand our body towards this left side of the space. Now firm down the right heel. We're going to release this left foot from off the right leg. Now we're going to go ahead and send this left leg back with grace, with strength, with a lot of stability. And then we'll place the right palm down onto the earth here. Maybe the right palm is hovering if you want to take that challenge. We're kicking this left leg back. So keep the left foot engaged and we're lengthening this left arm high. So you got it, y'all. We're in this together. We're going to hold here for just one more cycle of breath. And then once you're ready to land, warrior two is where we'll meet. Yay! So we made it. We're going to go ahead and lift everything up to fly our warrior. Let that go. Warrior two to the back of the mat as we bend the left knee here. Now we'll go ahead and flip the front palm, reverse your warrior. So tip the body back. At the same time, we'll lengthen out this left leg for our triangle posture. So let's dial the right hip back. Release the left palm down. And can you lengthen this right arm high? So just noticing here too, you can stay here in your traditional triangle posture. I'm going to recommend to challenge yourself. Maybe you start to reach this left fingertips towards the top of the space or towards the front of you here. And then we'll draw right arm over the right ear. So essentially kind of like you're holding a little plate in front of the body here. We're going to hold here for a count of 3. We're breathing here for a count of 2. And then for 1, can you lift everything up to fly? Palms will press, let it go. Warrior 2, back to the top. We'll bend the right knee here. We'll flip the front palm, reverse your warrior. And on the exhale, we're cartwheeling both hands down. First for low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Once you're ready, release the left knee, untuck the back toe, and we're lengthening those arms high. Beautiful transitions, y'all. So noticing here as you're in this space, more than welcome to stay here, nice and steady with the spine. We're going to send a little more love to the back body. I'm going to recommend you cactus out the arms, take your back bend. And on the exhale, as you round, can you give yourself a big hug? Give yourself a little squeeze here. We're going to take that 3 more times. Inhaling to lift up out of the heart space, take a breath in. Maybe opposite arm on top as you give yourself a nice big hug. 2 more. Inhaling to lift up. Take that belly breath in. Exhale to round and curl. A nice little squeeze here, y'all. Give yourself a hug. 1 more. Inhaling to lift up. On the exhale, as you round up, the tightest little squeeze you've given anybody all day to yourself. Yay. And then we'll go ahead and draw those arms up towards the sky here. Maybe a little baby back bend, so lift the heart space. And on the exhale, we'll plant both palms down. Tuck the back toe under, lift this left knee up. We'll step back to plank pose. Optional vinyasa flow. Rinse it away. And we're meeting back into down dog. Whew, nice work, y'all. So we're gonna go ahead and take a really deep collective breath in and clearing it out the body. So you have that same little sequence, same little flow on the other side. And then I promise a nice cool down. So we're gonna go ahead and raise this left leg up and high. Left knee towards the right wrist. This time we're gonna go ahead and kick it through for fallen triangle posture. So again, as you ground on the back foot, reach this right arm high or lower your left knee beneath your left hip. So both are good choices, y'all. Take what you need. We'll hold here for that belly breath in to settle. And on the exhale, can you release the top palm down? And can you raise this left leg back up with strength, with grace? Left knee to nose. Hold and hover. We're stepping it all the way through to rise everything up into high lunge, y'all. So just like that last sequence, we're firming down this left foot. We're gonna go ahead and launch ourselves forward into a one-leg Tadasana. So right knee is about hips height here. Now we've been into this tree on the same side, but in a different way. So take your time, right foot to the inside of the left thigh or left shin, maybe the ankle, and keep reaching those arms high or maybe hands to heart center. If you wanna sway your tree, you can too, but just breathing into your balance, y'all. So take time to absorb that you do know what's coming next. So before we make our way there, take time to breathe, be present with your body. Just one more cycle here. And then half moon posture once you're ready. Keep the left foot where it is. We're gonna go ahead and release the right foot from off of this left leg. And we'll go ahead and send this right leg back with a lot of control here. So we're stacking one hip over the other. Keep the back foot engaged. Maybe you'll place the left palm down onto a butt or onto the earth, and we're lifting the right arm high. As you just saw, a wall is a perfect place to catch if you need it. But noticing here, breathing into your balance, y'all. Even if you're wobbling and shaking, it's part of the journey. It's also how we get stronger, so it's okay. Just letting it go on the path of what's happening. We have one more cycle of breath here. And then use your exhale to gently land you into your warrior two. Yay, nice landings. We're gonna go ahead and lift everything up to flyer warrior. And then warrior two to the back of the mat as we bend the right knee here. Now we'll flip the front palm, reverse your warrior, reach this right arm back. At the same time, lengthen out that right leg to reverse your triangle. On the exhale, our full triangle expression. So we're dialing this left hip back, release the right palm down, and we're lengthening this left arm high. Again, option one, you stay here. I'm gonna suggest if you wanna build a little more heat here, we're reaching the right fingertips here towards the front of us. So kind of like we're holding a little plate, and we'll start to draw the left arm over the left ear. Now we're gonna hold here for a count of 3. Keep the core strong for a count of 2. And then for 1, we'll lift everything up to fly. Palms will press, you got it. Warrior 2, back to the top. We'll bend the left knee here. Flipping the front palm, reverse your warrior, y'all. Let it go in the pass. On the exhale, we'll cartwheel both hands down, straight into Anjaneyasana. So we're lowering this right knee, untuck the back toe, and can you lengthen those arms high? Almost there, y'all. So very carefully here, we're gonna go ahead and cactus out those arms, take your back bend, and on the exhale, you're giving yourself a nice big hug. You deserve it. Give yourself a little squeeze, and we're taking that 3 more times. Inhale to lift up out of the heart space, take a breath in. Exhale, opposite arm on top. Give yourself that hug. 2 more here. Inhaling to lift up, take that full belly breath in. Exhale to round and curl. 1 more here, y'all. Inhaling to lift. On the exhale, we'll round and curl again, opposite arm on top if you remember. If not, it's okay too. And then once you draw yourself back to center, slowly reach those arms up towards the sky. We're planting both palms down. We're tucking the back toe under. Lift this right knee up. Step back to your plank pose, optional, vinyasa flow. Rinsing all of that away. We'll meet back into down dog and then straight into hero's pose. Release the knees down, hips onto the heels. Close the eyes down. And take time to steady the breath, y'all. Come back to this present moment with you, with your body here. I know you've done quite a bit of work here, but take this time to tune into how you're feeling. Acknowledging the strength of your body here too, what you're capable of doing. Give thanks. Let's go ahead and take a really deep collective breath in and clearing it out the mouth. We're going to come into a little bit of a toe stretch before we make our way to a nice seated position. So I'm going to recommend that you come up onto your toes here. And then as you press out the tops of the feet here, we're going to go ahead and sit the hips onto the heels. Now, if this is too much, because this can be pretty intense, keep yourself on the tops of your feet. I'm going to recommend this just to get a little bit of a toe stretch before we start to cool ourselves down. So let's bring hands to heart center, close the eyes down. And let's hold here in this toe stretch for a count of 6. Breathing here for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and then for 1. Let's go ahead and plant both palms down in front of us. And we're going to go ahead and give our toes a little bit of a tap here. So just tap that out, let it go, let it go. So we're going to go ahead and sit the hips onto the heels. Let's shift over to whichever side is our favorite here. And then let's go ahead and lengthen our legs out in front of us here. I'm going to recommend you keep the right foot forward. And just like that little tree pose, let's draw the left foot to the inside of this right thigh. Keeping the right foot nice and engaged, let's reach those arms up towards the sky. And on the exhale, hinging from the hips, we'll fold right over this right leg. So noticing as you're grabbing onto the feet here, if this is not accessible, grab onto your shins. Maybe even just rest the arms alongside your body for a little less of an active forward fold. We're going to hold here for a count of just 3 more breaths to breathe into our hamstring. Maybe keep a soft bend of the right knee if this feels too intense. 2 more cycles here. And then using your next breath in, we'll draw the spine back to center slowly. And we'll go ahead and just switch sides. So lengthening this left leg forward. We'll draw the right foot to the inside of this left thigh, like that little tree pose. We'll lengthen those arms up to the sky. And on the exhale, hinging from the hips, we'll fold right over the legs here. So again, grabbing onto either your feet, maybe the shins, or just rest the arms alongside your body for a little less of an active forward fold. And just take this time to breathe, y'all. We're going to start to cool the mind and body down. Just 2 more cycles of breath here. And then using your next breath in, we'll reach those arms up back towards the sky. Release the arms alongside you. And we're going to come into a reverse tabletop here. So we're going to go ahead and bring the soles of the feet down towards the earth first. And then you can bring the palms to face forward. If you want to bring the fingertips towards either side of the mat here, you can too. Or you can reach the fingertips back as well. I'm going to recommend fingertips are reaching towards the hip space. So they're facing towards the hip sockets. And then use your next breath in to lift the hips up. Press down those palms into your reverse tabletop. Let the head go back behind you. We're going to breathe here. So take an inhale. And sticking out the tongue here. 2 more. Belly breath in. And that exhale. 1 more, y'all. Inhale through the nose. Exhaling out the body. Release the hips down slow and steady. Take a little windshield wiper of the knees. Sway them from side to side. And then we're going to go ahead and lengthen the legs forward here. We're going to start to lie on our back, but very mindfully. So arms alongside us here. And we're going to start to lower halfway down. Now I'm gonna challenge y'all. So before we make our way onto our back completely, let's lift up into our Navasana boat pose. Let's go ahead and lift this left leg up, right foot to meet the left. You can lengthen the legs out. I'm gonna keep a little bit of a soft bend of my knee here. Keep the heart space lifted. We're gonna take a few pulses here, y'all. You got this, I promise. We're gonna lower halfway down into our low bow. Inhale to draw yourself back up into high bow. 2 more, low bow. You got it. Inhale to drive yourself up. High bow. 1 more, low bow. Inhaling, high bow. Draw yourself up. This time, low bow. Little flutter kicks here, y'all. So flutter kicking for 10. Last little 9 here. Keep the core strong for 8. For 7. For 6. For 5. Almost there. 4. Little smiles. 3. 2. And then 1. Release your body down. Hard work is done. Draw the knees into the chest. Give yourself a big hug, maybe a little rock from side to side. And then we'll go ahead and keep this right knee and let the left leg fall out. Let's cross this right knee over the body to the left side into a spinal twist. Now we're only here for about 2 more cycles of breath to breathe into our back body. Breathe into your twist, y'all. Just 1 more cycle here. Use your next inhale to draw both knees back to center. Keep the left knee and the right leg will fall out. And let's cross this left knee over the body to the right side into our spinal twist. So about just 2 more cycles here. And then using your next breath in, we'll draw both knees back to center here. And we'll make our way into our final rest, y'all. If there's anything else you need, maybe like a happy baby, you can also take a shoulder stand or a full wheel pose, maybe a bridge pose. You can make your way there for the next few breaths. Otherwise, I'm gonna recommend this moment of rest to start to relax the mind and body down. Nowhere else to be but here. But can you also take this time to absorb all of the benefits of this practice? And take the next just 1 minute here to yourself, y'all. And then very subtly just starting to draw some awareness back into your body here by moving the fingertips and the toes. Maybe even stretching your arms straight back behind you, just reawakening. Maybe a gentle rock of the head from side to side. And then you're more than welcome to stay here as long as you would like. Otherwise, to close out practice, let's go ahead and shift over to whichever side is our favorite into a little fetal position. And then with the eyes closed or the gaze soft, just starting to make your way up into your comfortable seat. And then we'll go ahead and start to draw both palms to our heart center, bowing the chin to the chest. And just thanking ourselves for our practice, giving thanks for those of us that are with us today, and those of us that we love outside of the space. Giving thanks to the earth, to nature, but most importantly, giving thanks to life. Namaste. Thank you all so much for joining Yoga Sana. I really hope that you come back and tune in soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe, share with your family and friends, and I will see you all soon. Have a good rest of your day, and peace and love, y'all. Bye.